What's going on, everybody? So, Chronicles of a DeadBeat Dad, the introduction. I figured y'all might as well capture me where I am, doing what I do mostly all the time, and start it off from here. Right now, I am flying down 24, headed to school in Nashville. But as an audio engineer is what I'm going to school. The object at the end of this road is to be an audiologist and have a degree in sound. So this is where it starts. But you clicked in for Chronicles of a DeadBeat Dad. And I don't know how to really go with this situation. I know I'm really just trying to speak for people who I think people get a misconception of because they only hear one side of the story. They only see one thing, and the person doesn't know how to put it across. So before we can even start, let's get all the foolishness out the way. Who am I? I am a 41-year-old male, American. No, I'm not an African American. I've never been to Africa. Our family lineage is very, very mixed. So, I'm an American. That's it. I had to be given the benefit or the blessing, and I would say the curse of spoken word, and a mind of I need to teach and enlighten. And I've learned over the years that has a real high bearing to put on yourself. Because if you're teaching and enlightening, you have to live by example, and what you say is what your example should be. I have a 9-year-old daughter that should have a better relationship with her father. And for whatever reasons, whatever catalyst, whatever parts, it's a hard road, but I'm working at it every day. I have a 5-year-old daughter that same reason. She should know me as well as my son knows me. Like all three of my children should know me as well as my son knows me. But life is what happens while you're busy making plans. Emotions, people's, personalities, characteristics all go into ahead of and do not go in front of what's best for the child. Because at the end of the day, in my mind, what's best for the child is a healthy relationship with your biological mother and a healthy relationship with your biological father. And in my opinion, it is both the father and the mother's job to help nurture that along the way. And if you're not helping, then you're not doing anything to hinder it, and you're not helping your child. Because if in your mind you think that anything is better than the biological parents connected to the child in a 50-50 capacity, then there's something wrong with you. Especially if you can look in the mirror and you know for 100% fact that there is nothing that the other parent would do to harm this child, mentally or physically. Now, we do know there's some fucked up people out there that, they will fuck their children's life up. And they need not be in it. Or they need to have some type of control. But you got to understand something. You're not that child and you're not that parent. That parent's going to fuck up the best thing that they ever made in their life. And they can't do nothing about it. It's not your job to stop that. It is what it is. It's not your job to stop that. But if you got a parent who has nothing but good intentions and goodwill and positive energy and wanted to see their child be nothing but great in their mind and the child's mind of they're doing what they want to do, they're going where they want to go, then all you're doing is being spiteful. If you're keeping that child from the greatest love that they have. Because you can't keep a father's love is no better and no greater than a mother's love, and a mother's love is no greater and no better than a father's love. But together, having both in your life, it's an amazing thing. How do I know? Because I got friends who were only raised by one parent. I got friends who were only raised by grandmothers, and I know what their lifestyle went. And I know some of them are good people now, and some of them are bad people now. It is what it is. But one thing I know about me, when it comes to my kids, there's nothing I wouldn't do for them. that's in the best interest of their longevity. And I make some decisions and people say, oh, that was being selfish. No, it wasn't. Because you're looking at tomorrow. I'm looking at 10 years from now. I'm looking at 20 years from now. I'm looking at 30 years from now. How can I make my child be set up for greatness? And sometimes that setup for greatness causes somebody to pay the price. And what I'm saying is, I'm going to be the one to pay the price. Fuck all this new age foolishness. Forget all this, no. I am going to do what it takes to get my child to have a better life than mine. No matter what shortcomings the people who didn't give that to me before I was born, it's not on them. It's not about them. I've already passed that threshold. But I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that in 9 years, when my daughter decides to walk out and go out into this world, she has a better chance than most. She has a better chance than I did. And that means I got to lay the foundation now. And I have to lay the foundation the way I see best. If my child has a roof over their head, food in their stomach, and clothes on their back, and I'm contributing the best I can, or lack thereof, because you're not allowing, because we know there are all those individuals out there that will tell, I don't want nothing from you. What do you mean? I'm trying to send you $150. I don't want nothing from you. Okay. We'll want to sit there and make it okay that they can't control the relationship. They can't control me and my child's relationship. It's not your child, it's our child. It's my daughter just like it's your daughter. That's my son just as like it's your son. That's my daughter just as like it's your daughter. What the fuck gave you the right to think you have more rights to my child than I do? I don't think that I have more rights to my child than you do. I make sure, oh, let's do this for him or do this for her. If I can do it, if it's in my means, I make it happen. When I suggest something, oh, no, that can't happen. No, I don't think, no, we're not doing that. What you mean? I have just as much say in what happens in my child's life that you have. Especially if you know for 100% fact, I would not do a motherfucking thing to hurt them. I mean, let's go on a check. I'm about to post this for the world to see. Tell me something. Infidelity? Okay. Was it besides my youngest two, and even there, women start throwing the technicalities. Well, technically, we weren't technically. There's a lot of technicalities, a lot of the situations people don't know about. At the end of the day, I have two children who are the same age. Shit happens. What can I do about it? Me and the mothers discussed what was, hey, I'm going to have a child. Okay, cool, fine. If you're going to have this child, I'm going to be in its life. Been there for the birth of every single one of them. Never missed none of them. Is this the way I wanted my life to be? No. Is this where I wanted my life to be? No. But it's where it is. And my whole issue is I don't never want my child to ask me, Daddy, why don't you love me? Because I love my children, all three, unequivocally, with no conditions. Somebody told me I was crazy because I told them, they was like, so you mean if they told you to kill somebody behind, or that kill your child, what's the question? There is none. It is what it is. So I don't put myself in a lifestyle where I have to make that kind of decision because I know where it's going to stand. That's why I'm going to school. That's why I'm getting a degree in something that I can remove myself from I control my world. I will not be bullied. I will not be controlled. I won't be told what to do. I'm going to do what's best for my child. And if it means we have to fight, okay, we fight. But don't get mad when reason outruns lies. When reasons outrun, I just kind of said it this way. Because reason beats everything. Because reason comes from the truth. And a lot of people, and I'm not saying like this is everybody. We all as a community as a whole, have to tighten our shit the fuck up and stop putting it on the rest of the world to deal with our shit and sit there and be fucking selfish. Yes, I'm a father. I'm a felon. I'm an ex-con. I'm also a bouncer, a security guard, an artist. I'm a dreamer. I'm a realist. I am so many more things than the color of my skin and the style of my hair and the tattoos on my body. My intelligence has been bred into me since eons before I was even birthed into this world. I come from a family of people who believe in standing for what they believe in. I come from a bloodline, a heritage of do right and be right will be done unto you. Like honestly and truly. So it's only natural that when threatened, that when came at as less than an equal, that when come at with disrespect, that when come at with just utter foolishness, and I'm not going back down. I'm not going to be quiet. I'm not going to close my mouth and let me be tread on like a placemat. We all have wrongs in this world. We all have things that are just screwed up. But that doesn't make you any better than me. Because if you look at the influence that I've had on my children in formidable times, they are who they are because of the influence that I've had with them. They will become who they're going to become because of the influence that I have on them. And what do I want my children to be? I want my children to be where they want to be. I want to be able to sit there and be able to put whatever. Sometimes that's not monetary. I'm building towards something. If it's going to be like that all the time, hell no. My oldest will be 9. In 9 years, I will have my degree. Why? Because that's what I'm working towards. In 9 years, I will definitely be financially stable. Why? Because that's what I work towards every day. My only hindrance on that run, on that road, comes from those who are inside my world. And more that I see those who don't need to be part of my world because they're a hindrance, so be it. That's where you chose to put yourself. But don't get mad at me because I'm not being what or who you want me to be. I'm being who I need to be. And it's always funny because you get the same thing, but I'm doing what I need to do for me. Okay, cool, fine. That's what you need to do for you. But what about for them? Because I'm going to fight tooth and nail. Anything that I think that is not good for them, man, listen. If so be it, if you can't be an adult about the fact and respect the fact that as a father, I have just as much right to say about what's happening as you do. And until we come to some sort of agreement, it is a stale point of hold on. I live in a country that has a democracy. It might not be perfect. Stuff might get played off all the time, but it's still a democracy. I vote.